Hey, Jared.
Yes.
What's hot, humid, and miserable?
Your face. I don't know.
Midsommar.
Sure. It is. Now, are we going to have the debate, though? Is it Midsommar or Midsommar?
It's Midsommar.
It's not Midsommar?
No.
Because I heard the director say both is okay to say.
I'm saying Midsommar. I ain't saying Midsommar. That sounds dumb.
That sounds pretentious.
Sounds like ASMR.
Yeah, kind of is.
It seems,
is that just like the Swedish pronunciation of it?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Hey, welcome back to Screen Time Film, a podcast where we pick a director and we go through their filmography. And we, last week, just started on Ari Aster with Hereditary, and now today we'll be talking about Midsommar.
Woo.
I'm your host, Jared, today. And Blake, I don't want new people right now.
And
this is my co-host, Blake, today.
Yep, I'm Blake. And the children are watching Austin Powers if you wish to join them down at the South House in Swedish.
Maybe we should do a pod of Austin Powers in Swedish.
Oh,
how would that go?
Poorly.
In the films, they say the first one, or did they say like
What?
which Austin Powers?
They said Austin Powers.
Okay. They didn't say the spy you shagged me or something?
No.
That would be even better. Also, my other quote was, I think I ate one of her pubic hairs.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Another good one was, so we're stopping in Waco before we go to Pele's Village.
Yeah. So, well, actually, we'll talk about in a second the difference, because we're going to be talking about the director's cut today, but it seemed like the very beginning is a lot more extended too.
Yeah. I feel like that is.
Because, again, this is like, I've seen this movie a few times, which we'll get into, but I've only seen the director's cut once. But
This time?
Huh?
Like this time was your first time watching
First time director's
That's
cut.
awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's a better movie. Like,
I normally always, if it's a good movie in general, I'm always happy to have more of it.
yeah,
Unless they somehow ruin it.
I
But
feel that.
I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, and he does that to all his films. And I'm always happy when he does it.
Yeah,
So
the extended cut of Alien 2. Aliens. Now, why do I call it Alien 2?
Alien. The first one, because
Alien. Oh my God. Because James Cameron was
James
Alien.
Cameron, which we'll be doing soon.
I always get them mixed up.
Yeah. Alien was Ridley.
But both of them have very good
Yes, they
extended
do.
cuts.
Yep. I would call them the definitive, just like Blade Runner. The final cut is like, that's the
Or
only
the
one.
extended editions of Lord of the Rings.
Yes, that should be the only version you watch. Yes.
Well, actually, I don't think that's true. Not
With
anymore.
Lord of the Rings?
Not anymore.
Why?
I watched the theatrical versions, and they are tight. It is
Well, sure,
tight.
that's the point of them. But why wouldn't you want to live more in Middle Earth?
It's cool, but like in terms of a movie, though, it's a better movie.
So, one of my other
And the
favorite
other ones
directors.
are for the dorks.
That's fine. One of my other favorite directors is Denis Villeneuve, and for Blade Runner 2049, I was so hoping he never does it for any
Never
of his movies,
did it.
but I wanted, like, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time, I wanted him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I know they film more than what they cut out a lot for sure, but
Yep.
he's never, and I want them to do that with Dune as well, but who knows if it'll happen. But
I could see something happening once we're done with the trilogy.
I can
But-
see that too. Also, he better win. Maybe, I think, speaking of Peter Jackson, I think they will finally give it to him with Dune Messiah, because that's when they gave Peter Jackson the award,
Yeah.
was when it was
Return
finished.
of the King. Yeah.
I hope they do, because it's a travesty that he hasn't.
Messiah is
won.
going to have to be a banger, though. It's going to have to be like,
I have no doubt.
it's going to have to
His
be
track
like
record.
the best one. Now, I think
I'm
it has
sure it will.
potential for it. But
Dude, it's already like the best cast ever, and then you're adding Robert Pattinson.
yeah.
So, like, yeah. Anyway, all right. So, some info about this movie. Came out in 2019. Rated R. I put 2 hours and 28 minutes. That's the theatrical version. It's almost 3 hours. Right?
It's 250
250
for director's
for
cut.
director's cut, which is what we're talking about. No awards, just like Hereditary.
Just a bunch of independents, man.
So just like with
These movies get snubbed all the time.
they do. I mean, he hasn't. Ari Aster's another one, just like Robert Eggers. They'll get their due eventually, but it's just they've put out a lot of stuff that's good. They just haven't been recognized yet. But
It's
I want to say 2019 was like a strangely good year for films from what I remember. But just like with Hereditary, with Toni Collette, like I talked about, that's one of her best performances. She should have at least been nominated. Same with Florence Pugh in this.
It's one of her best movies.
It is, and this is what got her like.
And this is what got her into
Everyone knew
everything else.
Everyone knew who she was after this.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I saw her in. But then I went back and like checked out because she did a mini series right before this called The Little Drummer Girl, and it's awesome. It's no one watched it. It was on like
Never heard of
AMC.
it.
It takes place in the 70s, but you got Alexander Skarsgård and Michael Shannon and Florence Pugh.
What? Okay.
It's sick. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere now, but
Probably on the AMC streaming thing.
it's probably still AMC, yeah. But it's sick. So like that's one of the things. I don't remember what else she did before this, but she was great in that. By the way, if you're a listener today, please watch the video on YouTube because Blake has a very appropriate shirt for this pod. Yeah, show the people, Blake. There you go. Yeah, move the mic.
Move this.
There you go. I believe you wore another pod before, but like this is like,
Yep.
this is it.
This is the time
Yep.
to wear my obnoxious
It's awesome.
pouting Pew shirt.
Is that the most iconic like frame of this movie? I feel like is like her face
I think
doing that.
between that and it's right after that where she's dragging the flower like gown and she's like in front of like the altar, the burning altar, and she's just trying to like, get past it.
Yeah.
I've
That
honestly
too.
thought about getting a tattoo of that, of like the burning altar with her like
Yeah.
in that, in like a storybook kind of.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna get a tattoo of just being surrounded by naked women while you're in the middle having sex with them.
trying to, while attempting to impregnate
And then they all start
a
moaning
15-year-old girl.
Yes, and they all start moaning in unison. Yeah, wild scene. Anyway, so the synopsis for this film: a couple travels to Northern Europe to visit a rural hometown's fabled Swedish Midsummer Festival. What begins as an idyllic retreat quickly devolves into an increasingly violent and bizarre competition at the hands of a pagan cult. That's an understatement, I feel like, of what happens in this film. Like,
I never viewed it as a competition. I viewed it as more of like
you're right. I don't think of it as a competition either.
it's definitely a ritual, like it's just a bunch of rituals
Yes.
in a festival of paganism,
Yes.
pagan festival.
Yep. So again, no awards. At least Lauren Pugh should have got nominated, just like Toni Collette.
I feel like, but though, like you almost rarely get a lead, like best performing actor, like a best actress or
In a
whatever,
horror
without like the actual movie being nominated for best picture or something within its in another category. So the movie, you rarely get that. I feel like it's kind of
Yeah, I guess that's true.
like the movie.
Normally the film gets nominated.
film gets nominated somewhere, and then the actors would
Then
get.
it's either best actor or actress or best supporting, like something. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of cast, Lawrence Pugh, Jack Rayner, William Jackson Harper, and Will Poulter. Those are the only ones that I actually know and recognize.
Yeah, I just wrote down Wilhelm Palmgren as
And
Pele.
that's-
Yeah, because he was another one
He's
of the
another
mains.
one that's like,
but you
main
never
ones
see
in
him in anything. I've never seen him in anything else.
No.
Yeah.
Will Poulter, especially though, now is like the fact that he's in Marvel now, but like I was just happy that he was in The Bear. which I don't know if you watched. Oh, no, you
Never
haven't
watched
The
it.
Bear.
I just remember
He's great in that.
I just remember him when he was in that We're the Millers or whatever, way back in the day with
That was a bad movie.
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
But he has such a good line. Is y'all got paid? I use that one all the time.
He's also when he was younger, he's also, what do we all say? He was the live action version of the terrible neighbor in Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
Like he looked identical.
Sid.
Sid, yeah, I can't remember his name. He looks identical to Sid when he was younger.
And he would have been a perfect cast for
If they did a lot.
if they would done it when he was younger.
I know.
I'm honestly surprised they don't. How would they even do that?
Or why didn't he do like I don't know, something for like a short commercial for like the Super Bowl where they like did like a live action
That would have been good.
Toy Story thing. Yeah.
Can you imagine they do it with all these live action Disney movies if they did a live action Toy Story?
Don't touch Toy
It'd
Story.
be so
Toy Story
stupid.
is, yeah,
It'd be awful.
it would be. All right. Let's see. We are going to go on to, oh, yes, budget. What do you think? So last week, do you remember?
This one has a lot more.
What did you guess last week?
I think I guessed 8 million last year.
Yeah, you were pretty close because I believe it was 10
It
million.
was 10 million. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to double, or not quite double. I'm going to tackle another. Let's go with 18.
18. Okay. So, surprisingly, 9 million. Literally 1 million less than Hereditary.
I don't even know where 18 million would have went, but it just,
You know what? It makes sense though because none of these actors were like probably got paid much because they weren't huge at this point.
no.
And you're literally like the beginning, really you're only seeing mainly in an apartment. And then like most of the movie is just outside in this. I don't know if they actually filmed in Sweden or not. But
Just out in the field.
yeah. So like you don't have a lot for that. I mean, you need a lot of people for that, but you could easily get a lot of extras to even just like run around and dance and be crazy.
It seemed like they had a bunch of like local people around.
yeah, probably
like-
was.
It was, I think it was shot in Sweden, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm curious when we get to trivia. So, all right, our cinematographer, same guy. I'm not going to say his name. Do you got it down?
I don't know.
We
I
got
can't
close
say that.
last.
Paul Pogorzelski.
There you go.
Why don't you
And-
just be Paul? Like, and it's just spelled weird. I don't know.
Could be yeah. And then score by Bobby Krillick, who, what do I have down for this? Because it's a different composer. Yeah, he did. So most recent thing, he did Anemone, which is the Daniel Day-Lewis comeback film, which actually had a really unique score. It was good.
Heard it suck though.
I actually liked the film, but a lot of people hate it because it was like the most slow burn ever. I think people just couldn't get through
I
it.
haven't watched it, but
I liked it. That he did the score for Beef, which is a great show, and then another underrated show, The Alienist, that no one watched, but he did the score on that as well. So, all right, overall thoughts. So, I imagine you've probably seen this movie more than me, even, but
yeah, top 10 for me.
of all time.
Oh yeah, it
Okay.
has to be.
All right, well,
Near
speak on it. Yeah,
No, I mean just the fact that it's just such a beautiful movie, and it's also just so it's daytime the whole time, and it's just terrifying. Like the whole thing, it's just so unnerving, and you get that whole sense of dread that he has in Hereditary, but he manages to pull it off in the middle of the day, just make you just so uneasy.
that's a good point. It's
just-
harder to do in the daytime.
And just like basically like you just have this like constant sorrow, just like wrapped through it with anxiety, just because of Danny. That's her character.
Florence Pugh,
Her,
Danny.
Florence. Yeah, her character and her anxiety and her having to constantly take Ativan and stuff. Like she's just like having panic attacks the whole time, and it just makes it very visceral and real. Like you just are watching her have these panic attacks constantly.
That's a good point, is the way she's feeling literally from the beginning of the film is what you're saying. Like that's how you feel watching.
It never
this
gets
movie.
better. I mean,
No,
maybe until the last shot, maybe.
the last shot where she's, I guess, finally happy. It seems that way, but
Yeah,
who knows if she's under some kind of, I
she's
don't know.
freaking broke.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot that she goes through for sure. All right, so top 10.
It's near the end of the top 10, but I've never written my top 10.
Me either.
I just know that this movie would be in that list. It would be amongst it'd be up there.
So, not in my top 10.
Yeah.
I do really like this movie. I think that's the difference we talked about. I like Hereditary more. You like this one more.
Yeah, this one's my my jam.
But like, I don't really rank either one much higher. Like, they both are just great.
Right.
I mean, I pretty much agree with what you said. They also do such a good job with the supporting cast, which is essentially all the Americans, the outsiders coming in to this place and just being so like
American.
uncomfortable. Yeah, there you go. Being very American, out of place, and also, especially Danny's boyfriend, like
Douchebag of the Year award.
dude, he sucks. And then like,
I think most of my notes in here are just about
nothing gonna be about him.
how much I hate Christian.
Yeah, is it Christian? Okay.
Christian.
Yeah, and like the other guys are not much better, but they have some like they have redeeming qualities about them. But it's like they do a good job with that. So like you actually, when you see what happens to them,
Yeah.
you're just kind of like, okay, that makes sense. It's not like you're like sad necessarily that they're gone, because it's like none of them are really that great of people.
No, they're all kind of
So yeah,
not great.
no,
But yeah, especially the thing you have in this movie is humor.
Yeah.
You definitely have some more humor than in Hereditary, which is devoid of any of that.
Yeah.
But it also feels appropriate to that boisterous American thing where like Mark Will Poulter's character is just constantly just like riffing
yeah,
and just inappropriate, like saying inappropriate stuff the whole time. And just,
the stuff he says is great.
yeah, it is good.
All right. So, like we kind of mentioned already, the beginning, you immediately see like this Danny's tragedy, and
Yet again, another family destroyer movie from Ari Aster.
yeah, like that is the similarity with it, where it kind of starts the same, but then quickly, obviously, changes once they. But it is very similar to like, yeah, just something tragic happening to this family that she doesn't really even know about yet. She's trying to get in contact with.
She doesn't know that her
Is it her
Sister.
Sister, yes. Okay.
doesn't know that she's sucking on a hose.
Yeah.
God.
But like we get some great shots, which we can talk about more in cinematography of like, yeah, it's her and then the parents. I mean, it's disturbing, but it's just like filmed very well with like all of them dead in the house.
Mm-hmm.
We flash back to it later as well, but Danny's boyfriend, yeah, Christian,
Just
like right away, dude, he just like, he's not a good boyfriend.
just completely dismissive of her feelings, and just that's what literally the first note I have is about his dismissive attitude sucks.
It really does.
And like I wrote and unfortunately some of the stuff he says, I could see myself saying to somebody like that I was casually trying to comfort, but not like my wife.
Not your girlfriend or wife, yeah.
I would never say that stuff to them. Just trying to be like, I forget what he says. It was just very like generic, like, I don't know, baseline, like.
No, he's just,
I don't know.
he's not, He's just being, which we see that even later in the film. Like he's just
Out for
naturally
himself.
very selfish.
Yeah, he's a selfish individual.
Yeah.
Or Christian's character model, the liar.
Well, and it's like they're kind of on the verge of breaking up, but literally he's staying out of guilt at this point, which is just like crazy. But
he's just like, I have to do this.
he's like, well,
it's
I was
obligatory.
gonna. I know. He's like, well, now he's like, I can't break up with you right now.
Yeah, what's that going to make me?
But it's like at this point, you're already such an a-hole. Like,
Just do it.
yeah, like I don't.
Just leave.
Yeah.
In the end, it would have been, well, I don't know if he would have ended up a bear or not. Anyway.
Good point. And so Danny's unresolved grief obviously is like an emotional core of the film, which we could talk about more when we get into themes. But the invitation to Sweden. So how is Pele connected to, he's just friends with one of the guys, right?
They all live together. I get the vibe that some of them are roommates.
Okay.
Like whenever they're all chilling, it seems like they either live together or like someone lives together. They're just all
But Pele though specifically, like how are they connected to him?
just friends.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what I thought, yeah.
People they've met in school.
Yeah.
I think they're all PhD students or something.
Mm-hmm. So Pele, invites him. Oh yeah, Swedish anthropology student.
Yeah.
To visit an ancestral commune, Harga. Is that how it's pronounced?
It's probably like Harga or something.
Well, it's got the little,
yeah.
the symbol above the.
Yeah. It's probably got some kind of a little embellishment on it that be hard for us to pull off.
Yeah, we're not Swedish. So, ancestral commune Harga for a rare midsummer festival that occurs every 90 years.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Convenient.
Very convenient. Danny, fearing abandonment, is reluctantly included in the trip. Now, at first, she's like, no, you all just go. And even the way Christian is about this is just like...
That conversation is crazy.
Yeah.
Whenever he's talking to them about, like, he said, I wrote it down.
And Danny's being so nice about it, too. Like, this dude does not deserve her at all.
She accepted, but she's totally not coming. He says that at one point. Like, what?
Yeah. So, this is what I was talking about, where I don't really know what all is. Maybe you can. We were kind of already talking about it, but like, there's definitely a lot more in here before they go. That's added to the director's cut. Is it more of them like fighting or kind of arguing about? There's probably more with like the actual her sister and their parents. Maybe there's more with that as well.
I think what you're getting with a lot of this. So this movie was supposed to be would have been NC-17.
Okay.
Apparently, with everything at the full length. So what you get, the majority of it is more gore, more nudity, stuff like that. So like you're getting extended scenes, but then there's a few things like that drive the relationship between Danny and Christian.
Yeah.
Like the arguing at the beginning.
Yep.
And then the arguing later on that we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you're just kind of getting a few minutes here and there, and it just kind of adds up to another 20 something minutes of movie.
Like I said, I welcome it. Like if the movie's already good, why wouldn't you want more of it? Like I feel it rarely like destroys a movie.
Unless it's,
I mean, it can happen, but
I'll tell you what, a movie that was destroyed by a choice was Deadpool 2 did this whole thing.
Yes.
Where they did like a whole
well, they did the supercut,
all the different jokes.
They did a supercut, but then they did a PG-13 version. Yeah. With adding in all the Princess Bride stuff.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. So like I can't remember what it was called, but basically they changed all of the lines, and anytime that someone was talking and they weren't facing the camera, they changed what they said. and everything just sucks. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like it's like the rejected jokes.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not really a director's cut, but you know what I mean?
No, but that's not great. I mean, the first Deadpool
just
is
unnecessary.
better anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So the arrival at Harga, greeted by a serene, smiling community dressed in white. Now, one thing also, what's Will Poulter's name?
Mark.
I love when they're driving in. He's just like, "This is what the women look like here." Like he's like blown away. What just even like the walking on the street, like yeah. And then so immediately, like it's a good way to set up like his character because his first thing is like, I just want to get laid here. Like like
that's all he wants.
Yeah. Because the other guy is like he's there like, and obviously we get a side story with him like researching, or is it actually for?
It's his thesis.
Thesis. Okay.
Thesis to finish his PhD.
And then, of course, later, Christian just being an a-hole again, he's like, no, I'm going to jump in on that.
Yeah, he just completely steals his thesis.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, no, dude, you're doing all this other stuff, too. I'm just going to focus on this.
It's so messed up.
Yeah.
So, to start, they all drop shrooms. And this is the first time you see the visual distorting happening.
Yeah.
This time watching it, I noticed a lot more of it because way later in the film, but like in a lot more areas that I didn't remember about, which is cool.
Breathing.
Yeah.
That's what
it's like warping the different sections of the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And the most unwise choice for somebody with crippling anxiety and PTSD.
Sure.
Or current trauma.
It definitely makes you feel more unnerved. Like having that going on, like especially later on in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Like it doesn't help with your anxiety.
Not at all.
And I think it's a good way to visualize like obviously how she's feeling. This is where my quote comes in because they're all laying there and then he like freaks out. He's like, he's like, someone else is coming, and then he's like, I don't want anyone else right now, or something.
I don't want new people right now.
I don't want new people, yeah. The commune appears peaceful, but unnervingly insular.
Waco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before the first ritual, which is the big one, the ritual with the boy, that's for sure added in the director's cut. And does that happen before or after?
It happens after. It's
okay.
It was the unshowed like second ritual after
the big one. Yeah.
The big inciting one.
All right. So Atestupa.
Okay.
That's apparently what it's called. I'm going to butcher all these probably, but 2 elderly members of the commune willingly leap to their deaths as part of a ritual marking the end of their life cycle at age 72. Now, I mean, we could talk a lot about this because this was like the first moment that is like very, very shocking, but done so well. It's great.
The use of practical effects too, like
helps a lot.
Just helps a lot with how brutal this
and how they land too. Because that could. They do so well with the impact because like that's a big part of it too. Yeah. Well, and obviously the build up to it.
Well, like the whole time leading up to it, you're like, there's no way. What are we doing? No, stop. Because there's nothing so far. It's just kind of like, okay, so this is just like a festival. Like we're here to watch some kind of ritual reading or something like. Big cliff, no one's gonna.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it because all of our American people, like at this point, they're like, yeah, these people are a little weird, but like we're in Sweden, we're in somewhere we're not familiar with in this like different culture. But that after this first ritual, obviously, is the first time they all start really freaking out.
Well, the thing is they can't understand what's being said. And whatever's being said is probably what if they would have understood it, they would have been like the shock would have started earlier, like
Yeah.
like no no no, like but the also the use of them not using subtitles in this movie
I want to
also
talk about that. Yeah.
yeah, it gives you that same feeling as
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that
Then you're in the American's perspective.
you're just as in the dark as the characters, the American characters in the movie.
There was a few times when I was watching it that I had to double check. I'm like, do I need to put subtitles on? Because there was a few moments I couldn't remember because I remember that being a key point of this movie. Like you aren't supposed to know unless actually you know the language watching this film, like what they're saying. But I thought there was a few times where you're supposed to see what they're saying, but yeah. But no, I think you're right. It is just to add to the uneasiness of it.
The tension.
Yeah. So the visitors are horrified. Villagers respond with calm acceptance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And this whenever they realize he's still alive, the guy,
dude,
the way he jumps down, of all the ways to do that.
That's also
the pencil dive.
Dude, yeah, because the first one's brutal enough, and then the second one you're like, oh no, this is gonna be way worse. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
End up with your freaking femur in your chest, like. So I think
then they just had to crush his skull.
I feel like one of the extended scenes. I could be wrong because I've watched the director's cut most other times ever since the theater, but I don't think they showed 4 people slamming the hammer down into that guy's head.
Oh, really?
I feel like so. In the I'm assuming this is director's cut. They show him 4 different times them hitting him instead of just the one smack, and that makes sense. Like they wouldn't just show that complete. The more the gore, the worse the rating of the movie would have been.
Yep.
So
also the way they do the sound design there is awesome.
I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
4 people.
Yep.
Like he's already dead, dude.
So this is obviously the big moment where death is normalized and ritualized in Harga. So this is probably like the big thing besides the initial like Danny's sister. Like this is the big moment that kind of sets everything else off.
The inciting incident.
Yeah, there you go.
Then we move into, unless you got more to say.
No. Disappearances. Unless that is kind of next, right?
No.
We
move into that scene, the director's cut scene that we were talking about
with the boy.
Okay. Yeah, the boy and
that's when that is.
The weird.
Yeah, because this is something I couldn't remember. That's why I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely a director's cut.
Throwing of the tree. With the other guy on the other side of the lake. Like I don't fully understand because.
I don't know.
Everybody that gets sacrificed is wrapped in pine. Looks like pine.
Yeah.
Is even at the end of the movie they even show that, but the boy's like wrapped in like a Christmas tree, and then is basically prepared to die, as one of the 9 sacrifices, and then like as the American or English speakers are saying like stop, they stop the ritual. As like, I guess as normal.
I don't know, but would this boy, just like the other people, would he be like burned and then the ashes be put to like, what is it, the tree that they talk about where eventually what's his name?
Yeah, he pisses on it.
But like they put all the ashes of the people there.
Well, they were prepared to drown that kid.
Oh, that's true.
They were going to drown him.
Yeah.
So unless they went and got him and burned him, I mean, I guess they would.
Well, that's my question.
Oh yeah, they would have.
I figured everyone that dies, I figured they probably want to do the same way, where they have to burn the corpse and then sprinkle the ashes over that, whatever that area is called.
I'm trying to. So I understand why this scene wasn't really in the movie because it didn't drive much forward. You're kind of just left with like, what was the point of this ritual?
Yeah.
It's like, were you trying to say that this kid was just too young to sacrifice himself for the cult, like, or whatever? Or I don't know. I just don't understand it.
I don't know
And
either.
then yeah. And then right after that, you get like another argument between Danny and Christian.
Yep. Yeah, we get more of that.
More of the same.
So the disappearances, well, they kind of, they start going off.
Yeah, people start getting ghosted.
Yeah, and then the commune's offering vague explanations of like where they went.
Yeah, the first one being, I think the English dude who they said, because those are the two that during the suicide ritual were like, we're leaving.
Yep.
And then so they're getting ready to go, and they say that the guy is like went to the train station without her.
Yes.
And like they start providing this whole thing about how there's only spaces for two people in the truck and yada yada.
Yeah, that was weird also. Cause like, I don't know, it just felt weird. Cause she was like, I could just sat on his lap, whatever. Like it is like,
yeah, she's like, I'm gonna walk. And then once she says that, she charges off, and then you don't see her again either after that.
yeah, that is weird. That I was trying to think like that couple, why are they in the film? Because we don't see them anymore after this. Like, what's the point of adding them in?
Just as they were just as another for Ingvar, the other guy that Pele like meets up with and hugs at the beginning. It's just, I think it's just another way of them showing that other people are dragging these people into this pagan ritual, which ultimately I think is just for them to avoid inbreeding.
Oh, well, yeah, they say they bring it out.
Yeah, like
outsiders.
I think that literally they just do is they bring all these people in, and then they
to prevent
inbreeding.
Yeah.
So
Christian, what?
Does that make this one very unsuccessful because we only saw it once?
Yeah.
Like, were they only?
As far as we know, we only saw that once.
Yeah.
With an outsider. And
was it a lie that this happens only 90 years?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you do this every 90 years and then not prevent inbreeding?
Yeah, I feel like it should happen more.
They're probably doing it this probably happen every 3 to 5
should
years.
Happen more frequently. Yeah. Christian grows increasingly self-centered, exploiting the culture for his academic thesis. So this is what we were talking about when he piggybacks off of I'm blanking on the other guy's name. Mark is Will Poulter.
Isn't it Josh?
Is it Josh?
Yeah, it's Josh.
Okay.
William Jackson Harper's character. So you get they're already getting warnings from Pele about how the culture of the village, they're like, they don't want you doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to ask permission. So like they're already skating on thin ice by even taking notes and like taking like subtle pictures and stuff. And then they find, they
make a point to say no names.
No names.
Yeah.
And they're like, allegedly, Pele's like, you got permission to do this, just no names.
Yeah.
And I think that whole thing was bull crap because they knew exactly what they were going to do with this group of people.
Oh.
They're just like, whatever. Pele was probably just like,
yeah, that's true. At this point, they already know.
They know what's going to happen. They know what they're going to do.
What they're going to do with the Americans,
one way or another.
Mm-hmm. So we get into Danny being slowly embraced by the women of the commune.
Oh yeah.
They mirror her emotions, cry with her, and provide the empathy she lacks in her relationship. And then, so this is also kind of when Danny finally feels seen for the first time and supported because her boyfriend sucks.
Yeah, and like before all that, you also have like Josh's killing. He dies.
Oh, when he sneaks off in the middle.
He sneaks off in the middle of the night day,
Yeah.
and gets his freaking head bashed in.
Yep.
For reading the scribbled inbred.
Yep.
Rubens book. Like all the. They said that like they choose one person to write the ritual or whatever, and she's reading from you remember this during the suicide ritual, she's reading from a book, and it's just all that paint, she's reading nothing.
Oh, so they're reading from that same book.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was wondering if you knew more about the book.
Yeah.
Like the book confused me, like what was its purpose, but I didn't remember it being during the ritual.
Yeah, like so the whole thing was like they choose one person to be like I don't know if the prophet's the right word, and that's Reuben, the guy with the messed up face.
Yep.
And all he does is just like rub paint all over the top of the runic language stuff that's in there, and then these crazy freaking cultists just take the are making up stuff as they go. And then Josh is realizing, like, he's looking through this book of like what's going on, and they get smacked.
Yep.
And then that's it.
It's a great for cinematography also, just the way it's framed, because you see in the reflection.
Oh yeah, as he's walking by him.
Yeah.
Yep. You just see him sleeping in the corner. Which these shots are definitely Powell or whatever his cinematographer like, or his jam.
Yep. Yeah, it's good stuff. Do we see, I guess we don't know yet what happens to Mark, because basically like that one girl just like
she just took him somewhere, and he got, I'm gonna say, murked.
Yeah.
Because the next time you see him is,
he's not the one hanging, right?
When does he show up?
I was wondering if we're supposed to know who the hanging person is. That's all like displayed out later that Christian finds.
That's the first guy that disappears.
That's the first guy. Okay.
But no, Mark gets skinned because that other dude wears his face. I think during Josh's scene.
That's right.
He shows up.
Is that supposed to be Mark's face?
Yeah, it's Mark's face. The naked dude or the guy who's hanging.
Okay.
And like
I didn't know
he's
that.
wearing like the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. So I don't know if you have anything else here before we get into the start of the May Queen competition.
Right.
Do you have anything before that or anything else?
Just that I'm going to bring up the other point is that they show, obviously it's Josh's leg sticking out of the garden. Like they're using him to fertilize the garden. But then later on.
Oh, really?
They bring his whole body. Yeah. Like there's like a quick shot whenever he's that same garden. It looks like the same garden that Pele was messing with at one point in the movie. Mm-hmm. But you just see a leg. And then later at the end of the movie, they bring his whole body in.
Yeah.
Whereas I always thought that it was just his leg, but they must have just put him in the ground and then pulled him back out again, which is crazy to me.
It's crazy
when you think about that.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, oh, they just must have cut his leg off, but no, he's got both legs at the end of the movie. Just a fun fact.
Yeah. It really puts in perspective of the
craziness.
Just how crazy and bizarre it just as the film goes.
And all of these deaths probably have some, just knowing Ari Aster, like there's probably some crazy significance.
Yeah.
Like fertilizing the garden, skinning Mark.
Yep.
The blood eagle. That's what that is.
That's what it's called. Okay.
Blood eagle. That is a Viking ritual.
Okay.
Whenever they would splay the lungs out like that, what happens to that guy?
I didn't know that was the name of it. Okay.
Yeah. It was considered one of the worst things that you could do. One of the worst deaths or executions of the Viking age.
Yeah, it sounds...
'Cause they would do it to him alive.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we can move on to the May Queen.
Yeah. So Danny Uh, participates. Yeah.
We completely skipped over
What did we?
the
skip
whole
over?
thing, the whole subplot of the girl, the girl and the period blood, and the pubes and the meat, the meat pie,
Right.
and how it was all displayed in like the most jacked up comic you could ever
Yeah.
seen from right to left, and just how subtle during that dinner when you're looking. I noticed it the first time I saw it in the theater and went, oh yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Just the darker cup, and you're just like, no, he ain't gonna drink it.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna drink that.
Because at this point, also, they make Danny go in with the women making the food, right?
Yeah, they're like separating them,
Yeah.
the two of them, the whole movie.
Yep. So Danny participates in a ritual dance competition while drugged. She wins and is crowned May Queen, gaining symbolic authority within the commune. Her elevation contrasts with Christian's increasing vulnerability.
And that's like the coming to a head of them. Like, I don't know how they would have rigged that to make her the winner. I guess they would have, like, if they would have known that she was going to stay on her feet the whole time, because they all got drugged. They could have all
Oh, right. So they couldn't purposely act and like fall all before her if they're all drugged.
it seemed like it went on forever.
Yeah.
And like, how they know she wasn't going to get sick and fall over?
Yeah.
Because they all had the same nasty tea. I'm assuming it was nasty tea. It looked like nasty tea.
It looked very gross. Yeah. I remember when she's like handing it out to all of them.
There ain't one bit of food or drink in this movie that I would touch.
This is the kind of movie where it's like it's like the opposite
Just constant
of like,
ick.
it's the opposite of like, you see something, you're like, man, I want pizza now in a movie or something. But like, this is the complete opposite where it's like, I don't actually want to eat for a while after watching this. Yeah, nothing.
The only thing that looks like
What's
kind of
advertising?
good is the meat pie. And then
But what kind of meat is it?
God knows, probably bear.
It could be part of the people. You don't know. That's what I figured.
Who
At this point,
knows?
I'm like,
It's people.
yeah, they're doing Sweeney Todd essentially.
Yep.
Christian's final degradation. Christian is drugged and coerced into a ritualistic sexual act.
He decides to do that
He does.
because they said, "Do you want to?" They're basically like, "Do you want to see this?" Like, for his thesis, they go, "Do you want to like experience this?" And this is how you're going to experience this.
Well, also at this point, like, he's been such a bad boyfriend anyway, but at this point, he's like, all right, I'm done trying with
Yeah,
Danny.
he's like, I might as well just do this.
Yeah. And, yeah, this is the scene we were talking about earlier.
So, and you know what? This was the scene that Paula got home from work. Is the classic,
Dude,
your
it's
wife,
the best when,
your
yeah,
wife
when,
or your parents are always going to walk in on you
On the
during
worst.
the worst part of the movie.
oh, yeah.
And she's never seen this, and she refuses
Really?
to watch it. Yeah. And I've been trying to get her to watch it.
I feel like at this point, like, all the stuff that you watch, I feel like Paula is, like, unfazed. If she walks into something like this, she's like, yeah,
I honestly forgot how long it went.
it is long, yeah.
I actually just started kind of skipping past it because I've seen it so many times. Like,
It's probably longer than the director's cut, too.
it is
It's
longer.
probably- yeah.
They keep cutting back to it.
Yeah,
But it's so unnerving.
it is.
Especially the one lady
when she's
walks
like,
up and starts pushing his like, keep going.
Yeah.
It's insane.
What I was talking about earlier, I think the weirdest part is like, because they all kind of doing their own thing, but besides the choreograph, but then they all eventually start moaning and
Yes.
unison. That's what eventually I'm like, oh
God.
God. Yeah.
And it can just be heard by everybody
Uh-huh.
outside. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's when Danny,
That's when Danny
Yeah.
walks over and
she goes over,
keyholes
and
it.
they're trying to get her to stay away from the building.
They wanted her to see that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 So then, is this right after it? Christian gets paralyzed. Should be right after it, right? Yeah, because he
Yes.
finds the dude hanging. What'd you call it?
The blood eagle.
And he gets knocked out there.
Yeah. And then you get that iconic right after she sees him
Yeah.
doing all that. You get one of the more iconic moments of the movie for me is when they're all the girls are together and they're all like cry screaming.
Oh yeah.
Like you're just like, what is this? Like just bizarre.
It's done really well too.
Yeah. Almost musical.
Yeah.
Rhythmic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhythmic.
And then the final, well, we had the final sacrifice into Danny's transformation. So this is going to be the last bit, unless you have anything else, because it's kind of the big thing with the end of the movie. So she's now May Queen. They she's asked to choose the final sacrifice, a villager or Christian. So she picks Christian. One part also that I don't know if it was intentionally supposed to be funny, but I always laugh. Just seeing Christian paralyzed in the chair just makes me laugh. Like the way he looks.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me.
It's not meant to be funny, but he's just...
It looks funny,
after the
though.
whole movie of him just being such a douche, you're just kind of like...
Yeah, you're kind of... Yeah.
You get what you deserve.
He really does. Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. He gets sewn into a bear carcass.
And one of the extended scenes here that I don't think they show in the main cut is how they fit him into the bear.
Oh.
By cutting his legs off.
Yeah, that I don't think, because that part I did not remember.
They show
from
the
before.
wire and how they just start sawing.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah. Because when you watch the movie, you're kind of like, how did they get him in there?
Yeah.
Is it just bear skin? But no, they cut him. He's been maimed.
So it's also just like, he's not just, the bear suit is over him. He's sewn into it.
Yes.
And then is burned alive along with the other sacrifices. Now, this is what I'm wondering if it's like, is this like a hallucination on his part, or are all of his friends actually in there with him?
They're in there.
Okay.
No, because they show that bringing all those corpses
They
in.
do show him put him back in? Okay.
They basically, so Mark is like a straw man.
Yeah.
And stuffed, and then with the skinned head, and then Josh gets brought in, and they all get brought in different ways because based on their death.
Yeah.
Even Connie's there, which is the girlfriend of that one guy. I just can't remember that guy's name.
I don't remember
and then you have the live sacrifices of Ingvar and the I can't remember the other guy's name, but you also get the priest that comes in and says, take of the yew tree. It'll ease the pain, or you feel nothing or whatever. And then they light that on fire, and that was a lie, because that dude catches fire and he's screaming.
Yes. Which
is crazy that they did their own people like that.
Yeah, it is. So as that's burning, Danny initially cries, then slowly smiles. This is honestly
which is the end of the movie.
This is honestly like the thing I remembered, even the first time I watched this movie, remember the most. It is the most memorable thing. It's the iconic frame we talk about. It's your shirt. Like, it is like, and it's, again, like just why, one of the many reasons why she's so good in this, Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
It's an awesome way to end it too. So the film, so she's fully, I guess, I don't know. There's a lot you could kind of read into it. But I love the way they film it, because it's just, it can be interpreted a lot of different ways. How her her face changes for that final moment.
Yeah. What's that smile mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
It's like,
perfect way to end it.
Is she broken? Is she happy to see him die?
Yeah.
Is this the end of? Is this beginning of a new era?
Yeah.
In my mind, in my head canon.
Yeah.
I think she just stays there.
So I was going to ask you that. Yeah, like what happens next? Because I'm always like, is she just there for the rest of her life? I don't know about that.
I don't know either, but
because
after everything she's seen, I could see her. She's ended up indoctrinated.
Although maybe she is there forever and
just psychologically broken like the rest of them.
Right, but also at that point, there's no one for her to go back to in America. her sister, and all like we see at the
Yep.
beginning. So like we don't know anything else about any of the rest of her family. So
Nor any.
so why go back to America at all?
I don't even know if there's any friends to be spoken of that
Yeah, they never mentioned it.
that she really talks
She
to.
seems kind of more of a loner anyway.
Yeah.
She's not very social. Because
Yep.
even in like the party, or not the party, the bar or wherever they're at, like she's not really being.
No.
Now again, it's her mental state, but it seems like even
in the party scene, everything's very muted.
Yes.
Until she locks in and hears them talking about Sweden.
Yep. All right. Anything else before we?
Nope.
Okay. So we're gonna go into cinematography. Yeah. What do you got for this?
No new notes. It's
Okay.
still a lot of the same tricks.
Yes.
There's one spot that is fantastic, and I can't remember exactly where it is, but there's a point where and I missed it this time around when I was watching it because I couldn't remember exactly where it was, but they show the sister's face in the trees, and it's somewhere near the end.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I'll have to show it to you once we're finished.
Okay.
Like there's got to be a picture of it or a video, but they show her face, like the sister's face with the hose and everything, in like the breathing trees.
Oh,
And
that's
I think
cool.
it's near the end of the movie.
Because I know they do the flashbacks to that, like
Yeah.
a different. They cut to that real quick, but like
Yeah,
you're
it's
saying
very
in
subtle.
the trees.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll have to show it to you, but that's a very very good scene.
Yeah.
And again, a blink and you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the other thing I really wrote was like the scene wherever she shows up at the apartment and then everything like Florence
from the
and
mirror?
yeah, the mirror shot.
The framing of that is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
That whole thing's cool.
is.
I like that scene.
We already talked about like doing that warping effect is so great to to disorient you anyway. In different parts of the. Well, especially at the end, I feel like it gets worse, right?
It does because
Yeah.
it's basically almost every time that they're under an influence of something,
Yes.
like whether it be tea or getting something blown in their face,
Mm-hmm.
like he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is right before the big first ritual. There's a huge overhead shot of the old guy and like looking like at the top, and it's like the shot is really high above him.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not looking at them down there yet. It's like before that. It's really cool the way they do it. They do another big overhead where you can kind of see like some symmetrical nature of the when they're all eating one time. It's like really high up. Like it looks sick. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Of them like all taking their utensils or whatever they're doing.
They were all sitting in that runic R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Anything else?
I don't really have anything else. Like this guy has a definite style, and I kind of want to see what else he's done.
So I looked him up on IMDb. I only have down Hereditary and Midsommar. So there's not, obviously he did other stuff, but not anything that I'm familiar with.
Nothing
Yeah.
of note.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what about score?
Once again, very subtle music, except for you get those big hits of orchestral.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. I have nothing else to add except what that I didn't say in Hereditary. Just another great ending piece.
Yes. The ending piece.
And
Yeah, just
then-
like in the last film.
The use of quiet
Mm-hmm.
and the lack of music at times is louder than some.
That is something that I know I've mentioned on the pod before, but it is, you don't really think about it when you're watching a movie, but how important it is to make the decision of lack of score in a certain scene
Yep.
to make the scene better is like, it's a big choice that like, if done right, is really effective.
Yeah,
Like you said.
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, my notes for this is probably very similar to what I said about the score in Hereditary. It's beautifully haunting and incredibly effective.
There you go.
Yeah. So themes we kind of talked about up top. I mean, this is very similar to Hereditary with grief and trauma is like the big center point things, but like I don't know if there's anything else in particular you want to talk about with themes of this film.
We've kind of already hit that on a serious note, but I did write something stupid down.
Okay.
If you can't get out of it, get into it. A bear suit, that is.
If you can't beat them, join them. Yeah.
I mean, if not just a bear suit, but like the other thing is like it seemed like they couldn't leave. Like they were keeping them there. So they just kind of went with it.
Well, yeah, like even where they said like, oh,
they just kept going with it.
Well, when they said like,
Especially
he
Christian.
went to the train station or whatever, like, did he ever? No, I guess not because we see him at the end.
There.
So no one got out. Yeah,
he's getting his lungs ripped out in the freaking garden shed or whatever.
Yep. I think more so in this film than the only difference is between Hereditary and this. I think this film does a lot more with each person in the film processes grief and trauma differently. Like that's centered a little bit more in this film than I think Hereditary. Although it is explored in Hereditary too, but I think it's more so in this.
Hereditary definitely was more exploring the effect it has on a family.
Yeah.
And like family dynamics, whereas this was very much an individual, like someone that doesn't have the support system or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just looking at another quote here, and that Reuben character.
Yeah.
He was called an oracle.
Okay.
And it just reminded me of the quote. It says, whenever Josh is in there talking to the priest about the book.
Yes.
And everything. He just says that Reuben was a product of inbreeding. All of our oracles are deliberate products of inbreeding.
Mm-hmm.
Which he's basically saying, like, the oracle almost means not very much because they don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, there's still some things. This is again like just like with Hereditary. The more you watch it, the more you'll get out of it for sure and understand it. But there are still small things in this, and I'm like, I don't know fully.
I think the only way to understand this one is to get some research on the culture, on the
you'd have to do a deep dive into the
Swedish pagan rituals and stuff.
Yep.
I guarantee you, there's a book out there or a podcast or something that really breaks it down.
Well, any film you could go on YouTube and like people do
I think I'm gonna
essays and stuff about it. Yeah, and
I think I should.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna look up some trivia.
I already wrote one down.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I wrote one down.
Okay, go ahead.
Because when the film was released in Sweden, rather than eliciting fear in the audience, many people laughed. Many Swedish critics praised the film as an excellent black comedy.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Just because
they thought it was funny because I guess maybe Sweden is filled with this type of ritual, and
just used to it.
They probably just turned it on its head, and was like, let's make it pagan.
Yeah.
And what happens when we make it pagan? We make it ridiculous and crazy.
Sure.
As opposed, you know what I mean? So I pulled that from there too, but.
The first trivia thing was what you talked about, and the second one is kind of what we already were talking about and was curious about. All the Swedish dialogue spoken deliberately, not subtitled, in order to create the sense of isolation for the audience, especially for the foreign visitors. Mm-hmm. The next one is about giving an NC-17 rating, which you already mentioned, which then is Ari Aster cut 30 minutes to make it R, which is then the regular cut, not the director's cut.
Yep.
This is interesting because I was looking more, this time watching, I was looking more in Danny's apartment because they make a point to show the paintings a lot. So this is about that. There's a painting of a bear and a woman wearing a crown hanging over her bed.
Yeah, they cut. Yeah.
The painting Stackar's Base by Swedish painter John Bauer, famous for his art based on Swedish folklore and mythological creatures. But yeah, so that, yeah, notice that.
Foreshadowing.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, this other thing I was curious about. Most of the film was shot in Hungary, not Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Again, very similar, like open area, but
Probably
yeah, I
was
was
just
wondering.
the
Probably
cheaper,
Yeah.
cheaper spot. Yeah.
I think that's probably, there's not much.
Probably not much else interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, final thoughts on Midsommar, Blake.
Just like I said, watch it.
Oh yeah,
I always say watch it.
definitely watch.
I ain't got final. I have nothing to add. For
Watch the
final.
director's cut.
Yeah, check out the director's cut.
I mean, it's almost 3 hours, but still.
I almost brought it with me, but I have a really cool copy of it. That's like a storybook. It's like this big, and it's bound like a book, and it has
Nice.
has some like pictures and stuff, and then like the disc is like her, like a watercolor thing of her as the May Queen. I should have brought it to
Oh,
show
that's
you.
cool. Yeah,
It's really cool. I'll have to take pictures.
I will-
show it
I
to you
will-
next time you're over.
definitely. I will one day buy some of my favorite movies on 4K because it's just anywhere you watch stuff, it doesn't look as good.
No, it doesn't.
As the, obviously, but I can't get into all that. Like I already buy vinyl and other stuff. I can't start on because I would get too much into it and it would get too expensive. So,
Yeah.
but I do want to buy it for certain films.
Yeah, I definitely buy it a lot.
Yeah, you do.
I've slowed down though. I've slowed down in this economy.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
So next, actually, we will be going to James Cameron.
Oh, you guys aren't going to finish him.
No, not right now. But we will do Beau's Afraid and Eddington at a later time. But just because of the new Avatar film that's coming out right now, we're going to go through
Yeah.
James Cameron's films. And so what's funny is going from Midsommar to next week will be Piranha 2, The Spawning.
I don't know anything about this,
Dude,
but it sounds like trash. Sounds like a trash movie.
I haven't watched it yet, but I looked it up and
I know exactly
yes,
where to find it.
it's got it's got a pretty abysmal rating, which I figured. But it is just funny that James Cameron. I mean, you got to start somewhere, I guess. But that's technically his first film, so we got to start with it.
Sounds like a good one to go on a trip to, you know. So maybe I'll watch it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that next, and if you want to, this is the part I'm always bad at, is the outro. Check us out on social media, all that good stuff. Leave a comment on YouTube, especially. That's where we get most of our traffic and helps us with the YouTube algorithm overlords.
Yep.
And thank you, Blake, for joining me again.
Here yet again. It's a
Yep.
pleasure.
Yep. And no social media for you right now, right? So
Like I said, follow me on the streets of Hagerstown.
yeah,
Yep.
and contact your manager.
Contact
Paula.
my manager, my wife, if you want me.
Yeah, if you need it.
Yep.
And I'm on Instagram at Jared Youngbar. And is that it? Did I miss anything? I feel
Nope.
like I'm missing something, but that's okay. You want to
It's fine.
sign us off, Blake?
I have nothing.
You don't have anything?
I have nothing.
All right. I didn't know if you had anything specific for this film because this is high up for you. I didn't know if there's a...
No.
You don't have a sound effect like Hereditary.
No, I can't
For
click
this.
or nothing. No.
Yeah, that's okay.
I guess I could scream or something, but I'm not
No,
gonna do it.
no, that's probably...
I won't do that this time.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time.
See you around. You freaks.